Today, we are staying at the 5-star luxury Tokyo Station Hotel, where we will see some of the most unique hotel rooms and one of the best and most exclusive breakfasts. Located inside what is considered the starting point of Japan's rail system, Tokyo Station Hotel was founded in 1915. And with over 100 years of history, it's the only hotel in Japan that is located inside a designated important cultural property of Japan. It's especially known for its architecture, which is a mix of Japanese and European, and it's rumored to have been inspired by Amsterdam's Central Station. What do you think? Do you see the similarities? But first, let's get inside the hotel so we can get checked in. It's actually really hard to believe that a hotel like this is tucked away inside of one of Japan's busiest train stations. The lobby has a fireplace, beautiful marble floors, as well as chandeliers on the ceiling. And after completing some paperwork to check in, they personally escort us to our room. Hi everyone, I'm here at the Tokyo Station Hotel. I'm really excited because I originally booked a dome side room, but upon check-in, they did upgrade us to a Maisonette suite. It is room 3093. I feel like it is a very unique room. Let me show you guys around. When you first walk in, you have an entryway, which definitely makes the space feel more like a home or an apartment rather than a hotel room. And our room today is actually 72 square meters, or just around 775 feet. The ceilings are also pretty high. They're about 3 meters or just slightly under 10 feet. And right across from the entryway, we have a separate living space. It's upholstered in beautiful purple carpeting, as well as nice plush seating areas. Right across, we have a desk where you could do some work, but since this is a vacation, I won't be doing much work, thankfully. Next to it, we have a TV, as well as a media center, and there's also a vanity area where you can get ready in the morning. It even comes complete with its own hair dryer where you can do your hair if you want to. Right across from the entryway area, we do have our mini bar. Up on top, we have some glassware, and down below, we have some bottled water, some tea bags, as well as instant coffee. Really kind of strange how a 5-star luxury hotel has instant coffee instead of a coffee maker, though. Down below in the drawer, we of course have the mini bar area with small bottles of alcohol, as well as a small Pringles. And let's check out the pricing. As expected, it's a bit of a ripoff, but you can't say you stayed at a hotel unless the minibar rips you off. And there is a mini fridge down below with some soda as well as Japanese beer. The bottled water is complimentary, but that's pretty standard for Japan. And with the minibar tour complete, let's go back into the hallway and into the bathroom. Our bathroom is impressively large, especially by Japan standards. There is a double vanity with brown marbling. And like most Japanese hotels, they pretty much provide you with anything and everything you could possibly need. There is a second hair dryer in here as well. And our bath products today are by luxury brand Bulgari, which is pretty nice. Across, we have our wet style bathroom. There is a massive soaker tub with jets, and right above our soaker tub, there is a TV as well. If you're not into taking baths, there is a shower, there's a handheld shower, as well as what is probably one of the biggest rainfall shower heads I've ever seen. And like with most Japanese bathrooms, there is a separate room just for the toilet. When you walk in, there's a shelf of decor pieces as well as artwork on the wall. And of course, everyone's favorite, the Japanese-style bidet toilet, which feels like a spa for your butt. There's also a phone on the wall, which I will never understand. Who is making phone calls on the toilet? Please don't call me if you're on the toilet. And back in the hallway, let's check out what's in the closet. it's pretty standard, nice wooden hangers, as well as velvet hangers, umbrella, laundry bag, slippers, and an iron. And now for the most interesting part of this room, there is in fact a second floor. I have never stayed in a hotel with a second floor before. I feel like this is very unique and rare unless you're Beyonce. Beyonce probably always stays in multi-level hotel rooms. And the second floor is dedicated to just the bedroom. The octagon coiffured ceiling is such a beautiful design detail, and there is a giant king-size bed as well. Across from the bed, we have the TV as well as some drawers, which are completely and totally empty. But more importantly, it's now time for the safety deposit box room test. All right, for me, one of the most important things about a hotel safe is whether or not it fits my MacBook. Moment of truth. It fits. Really nice, like how it opens up too instead of having to pull it sideways. And now it's time to check out what's in the second side table. In the top drawer, we have some pajamas, as well as what do we all think this is? It's a flashlight, everyone. Let's get our mind out of the gutters, please. And next to our TV, there's a second door which leads to a second bathroom. There's a small sink as well as another Japanese-style toilet. The hand soap is by a company called Method, and there is definitely no signs of the fancy Bulgari bath products like they had in the downstairs bathroom. There's also a comfortable seating area as well as 4 round windows which line the walls of the octagon-shaped room. Now, depending on which of these windows you take a peek out from, you'll either get views of the front of Tokyo Station, or you'll get views of KITTE across the street, which is a historic building in itself. It was previously the Tokyo Central Post Office, which was built in 1931, but has since been refurbished to a retail space. We'll check it out a little bit later because it's got some great views of Tokyo Station. Now, one of the main reasons why I want to stay here is because it is a designated important cultural property of Japan. There is so much history here, and when we checked in, they gave us this little booklet which details specific points of interest. Throughout the hotel, you'll see different artifacts, things that you can take a look at. The hotel itself is basically a museum, and you can do your own little walking tour using the booklet that they give you. You can learn about how it was constructed in 1890, how it suffered severe damage during the 1923 earthquake, and how it was bombed during World War II. It eventually got reconstructed, with the completion of the reconstruction finally being completed back in 2012. But these are just some of the details that you'll learn over the expansive 100-year history. Alright, so I'm currently in Tokyo Station right now, and I came down here because there's a couple of souvenirs I want to get that are exclusive to Tokyo Station. You can only get them here. Unfortunately, these places are past the ticket gate, so you would have to pay to go to these stores. We have a JR pass though, so it doesn't cost us anything extra to go in there. But if you don't have the JR pass, then definitely try and plan your visits around a time when you're actually going to be at Tokyo Station so you don't have to pay the extra fare. Tokyo Station is one of Japan's busiest stations, with over 500,000 people passing through it each day. Besides being a major transportation hub and an architectural and historical jewel, it is also connected with expansive underground walkways filled with endless amounts of shopping centers, restaurants, and eateries. Alright, just finished buying what I want to get at Tokyo Station. I'm just heading back to the hotel now, and I'll show you what I bought. Alright, so before I headed back up to the room, there is one more place that I want to stop off at, and that is a shop called Toraya Tokyo. It is actually located inside the Tokyo Station Hotel, and on my way there, I discovered something. It's located on the second floor, and here on the second floor, there is actually kind of like an observation deck almost, where you can see into the station. Let me show you guys. It's pretty cool. Okay, so there's a sign that says to not put your cameras over the railing, obviously for safety issues. So let's see what my Insta360 on the extended tripod can capture. From the observatory, you can see the dome ceilings, which are considered to be one of the most iconic features of Tokyo Station up close. The ceilings are a reconstruction of the original design, though, since the towers were bombed during World War II. You can also see them from the main station floor, though, if you aren't staying at the hotel. Originally, I had booked one of the rooms that you can see that faces the inside of the station, because you can see the ceiling up close from your room window, but since I was upgraded to the Maisonette room, I don't have a view of the domes anymore. Maybe next time I can stay in one of the dome rooms. And now back to the actual reason why I came here, which was to visit Toraya, Tokyo, so I could pick up the last thing I wanted to get. I will say that this location of Toraya, Tokyo is special because it also has a cafe located inside where you can try coffee, tea, as well as some of the treats that Toraya, Tokyo has to offer. Alright, let's get back to the room so I can show you what I got. Alright, so I thought I would show you guys what I got from Tokyo Station. The reason why I got these things is because they are exclusive to Tokyo Station, so you can only buy these things at Tokyo Station. The first thing that I got is this. This is called the Tokyo Rangopan, and it's from a place called Mom Ichizu. And the reason why I got this is because this has been voted the #1 souvenir from Tokyo Station for many years in a row. The lady at the shop told me that they actually sell around 4,000 of these a day, so it's pretty easy to see why this would be considered the #1 souvenir at Tokyo Station. So if you've never had onpan before, it's basically a Japanese sweetbread. Traditionally, onpan is round with little sesame seeds on top, and it's filled with red bean paste. So that's what this is, but obviously if you can see, it's not round, it is rectangular. And the reason why it is rectangular is because it's supposed to represent the red bricks that are on the facade of Tokyo Station, which is one of the largest defining features of Tokyo Station. So, full disclosure, I'm actually not a fan of red bean paste, which probably makes me a bad Asian, but it is what it is. Maybe this is the item that will change my mind about red bean. I'm always willing to try things even if I don't like them because, like I said, you never know. This could be the thing that changes my mind about red bean. So let's crack it open and try it out. Alright, so inside here is the red bean paste and in between is some whipped cream. Let's try it out. It's actually pretty good. I think the whipped cream helps to maybe subdue or blend really well with the red bean paste. So as someone who doesn't like red bean paste, that's pretty appreciated. This is pretty good, definitely worth trying, especially since it's the #1 souvenir. Strangely enough, there was a price difference between the one that had the Japanese characters on it, and then there was a version that had English version, which just says Tokyo Station in English, and the Japanese one obviously says Tokyo Station in Japanese. I'm not sure why that is. It's not a huge difference. The Japanese character one was 380 yen for a single Tokyo Rangopan, and the one with the English writing was 400 yen. So not a massive price difference, but maybe they're just trying to capitalize a little bit on the tourists, which I think is strange because personally as a tourist, I would actually rather have the ones with the Japanese characters on it. Alright, so the next thing I got is from a place called Captain Sweets Burger, and this is apparently actually, it looks like a little cheeseburger, but it's actually sweets, so it's made with like cookies and chocolate, and apparently they only sell this little cheeseburger version at Tokyo Station. So there's 3 of them in one box. It comes in like a cute little hamburger-like box, and this is 680 yen for this one box of 3. The little mini cheeseburger is also really, really cute. Let's try it out. Really, really interesting, actually. So
I was expecting it to be all sweet, but it's actually a little bit salty. It's got a little bit of like salted cheese flavor, if that makes sense. It actually almost tastes a little bit like Cheese Whiz, but it's a little bit hard when you bite it on the outside. I was kind of expecting it to be softer like a cheeseburger. I don't know why I was thinking that, because it's obviously not a real cheeseburger, it's cookies on the outside. But yeah, it kind of just tastes like a very light version of Cheese Whiz. Alright, and so just the last thing that I got, as you saw earlier, I went to Toraya, Tokyo, the one that's located inside the hotel on the second level observatory deck. That location is unfortunately only accessible to hotel guests, but Toraya, Tokyo does have another location that's actually inside Tokyo Station that anyone can go to. You don't have to be a guest, so if you want to try their stuff, you can go to that location too. And the reason why I wanted to go here is not only because it's inside the hotel, but because Toraya, Tokyo has a very long history in Japan. It was founded in the 16th century, and they're really well known for their yoken wagashi, which is basically a Japanese confection. It's made of red bean paste, agar, and sugar. Yes, more red bean. Hopefully this will help convert me into being a red bean lover as well. But the thing with Toraya is that they have items that are specific to certain locations. So this, of course, is specific to Tokyo Station Hotel, and it comes in this beautiful package with artwork from a French artist of Tokyo Station, of course. So let's try it out. All right, so let's do this. Let's try this out. A perfectly made rectangular block of Japanese yoken wagashi. The jelly has really, really nice texture. You can definitely taste the red bean in there. There are, full pieces of red bean in the middle of it. You can tell that this is really, really well made, really beautiful craftsmanship. Has it converted me into a red bean lover? Not exactly, but that's okay. I'm still happy that I tried it, of course. And I still have a couple blocks left that I can share with friends and family. All right, so now we're just gonna go have a quick dinner and then probably just get back to the hotel and relax a little bit. And then tomorrow morning, we are gonna go for the breakfast buffet, which I'm really, really excited for. It is one of the best breakfast buffets that I've ever been to. Not the best, but definitely in the top 5. And I came here at this hotel actually a few months ago for a work trip, and that's why I'm back, because I loved it so much, and I'm really, really excited to have this breakfast buffet again.
And now it's time to head off to KITTE for some shopping, dinner, as well as the incredible views from their observatory deck. The word KITTE is actually Japanese for postage stamp, which is fitting since this was once Tokyo Central Post Office. Make sure you check out floors 2 to 4 that have a free museum, and it details the history of the post office and the KITTE building when it was first built. Unfortunately, they don't allow for any photography or videos inside, so you'll just have to trust me and go check it out for yourself.
Alright, so we just finished dinner and now we are headed to the top floor of the KITTE building because there is an observatory up there where you get the most incredible views of Tokyo Station. Alright, so the last time I was here for a work trip, the people that were hosting us showed us this view. It's on the 6th floor of the KITTE building, and it is pretty amazing. Let me flip this around. That's our hotel right there, as well as Tokyo Station, obviously. Alright, so headed up to the breakfast buffet right now. It is on the 4th floor, located in a restaurant called the Atrium, and I'm really excited to eat this breakfast buffet again.
And as we get seated, it's time for us to check out the food. The atrium is famous for having over 100 items available at the buffet, with both Japanese as well as European dishes available. Plus, all the fruits and vegetables are 100% organic. One of my favorite parts about the buffet was the made-to-order omelet station. There were 2 options available: hamburger with mushroom or truffle salt. The chef will make you your omelet of choice on the spot. I decided to go with the truffle salt. The omelet was fluffy and silky tasting. It definitely had lots of butter, and the truffle salt definitely added a lot of decadence to it. Another standout here was definitely the eggs Benedict.
Breakfast here is just as good as I remember. Even though this is not like a traditional Eggs Benedict, I almost feel like it's kind of a cross between, a Western Eggs Benedict with kind of like an Asian spin on it. The egg is perfect. Alright, so random thing. We asked for cinnamon for our coffee, and look how adorable this cinnamon powder shaker is. They made it look like bricks, which obviously is supposed to represent the bricks on the facade of Tokyo Station. If you haven't figured out by now, the red bricks on the outside is definitely a really big defining feature, and in a lot of souvenir shops and anything related to Tokyo Station, they try to represent the red bricks because it's just such a distinctive thing here in Tokyo.
I also tried out an egg sandwich, which was good, but still not as good as Family Mart or 7-Eleven.
And normally the breakfast here would be 5,400 yen per person, but it was included as part of our stay. And at the end of the video, when I talk about how much all this costs, we'll talk about how you can also get a free breakfast here if you want to stay at this hotel.
And after eating way too much as usual, let's head back to the room so that I can check out, as well as talk about how much all this cost.
Alright, I am checking out now, and it's time to talk about cost, how much I paid for all this, and how I managed to get such a beautiful upgrade to a gorgeous suite like this, as well as the complimentary breakfast. So, the room that I originally booked normally goes for 100,000 to 150,000 yen per night. And of course, when we checked in, we were offered the upgrade to this gorgeous suite, which goes for a whopping 200,000 to 300,000 yen per night, which is absolutely crazy to me. That is so much money to pay to stay at a hotel. So, how did I do this? So, Tokyo Station Hotel is part of a group of hotels known as the Small Luxury Hotels Group. And normally, when you stay with a hotel, the more you stay with that hotel group, the more points you accumulate, and eventually when you stay enough nights, you reach a high level of status with that hotel group. And when you have a high level of status with the hotel group, that's normally when you start getting the perks, like the potential for the room upgrade, the complimentary breakfast, potential for late checkout. That being said, I do not have high status with Small Luxury Hotels Group. I don't have any status. I actually just have the basic membership that everyone gets when you first sign up. I've only ever stayed at a Small Luxury Hotels Group once before this, so no status here. What's really interesting though about Small Luxury Hotels Group is that they have a partnership with Hyatt. So if you are a Hyatt member and you book a Small Luxury Hotels Group hotel through Hyatt, they will give you all the extra perks that normally someone with only high status would get. So you will get, like I said, the complimentary breakfast, the potential for the room upgrade, potential for late checkout. And you don't need to have high status with Hyatt either. You just have to have the basic free membership that everyone gets as well when you sign up for Hyatt. So if you want to stay at Small Luxury Hotels Group property and you don't have status with them, sign up for the Hyatt membership and then book through Hyatt. And then you have the potential to get upgraded to a beautiful room like this. So the only real small criticism that I would have about the room specifically is the fact that they had, you know, those really fancy hoity-toity Bulgari soaps in the downstairs bathroom, but they did not have them in the upstairs bathroom. And I know that sounds really petty, and that's actually not something that I would normally care about. If I'm being honest, I did really care for the Bulgari soaps. I found them to be overly perfumey. But if you are charging people 200,000 to 300,000 yen per night to stay here, you had better have the fancy soaps in all the bathrooms.